Hey everyone, Dana Kalen here, and I'm really excited to actually share these 12 tips with you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm sharing this live to my personal page, so give me one moment, and then we'll get started with some good information. Come a little closer to so you can hear. Okay, so I'll just get right to it because I have some really awesome information. It's been a little while since I've been on via live stream, but many of you guys have noticed that the climate, with the online world has changed a little bit. And some of you guys might be thinking that, it's not as easy to create success in business, or it's not as easy to really get the reach, or, there's all kinds of stories going around, right? And I really don't believe that. So I just kind of wanted to talk about what's changing and how you can still be insanely successful in 2019, because there's just some different shifts you can make that are going to actually allow you to hit, 25K months and beyond. Most people do want to be over 20K a month, but so few people actually get those results. And, when I work with my clients, a lot of them do create, 50K months and 100K months, things like that. But it's because of these 12 things. So I want to start talking about that. So let's just get started. The first one on my notes here is you need to, at this point, people are seriously craving real transformation. There was a lot of fluff that went around, and there were so many promises made, I think, out there that sometimes didn't deliver, that now people are looking for transformation. Also, there's things going on in the world, and people really are wanting to go deeper. The world looks, kind of messy right now, but it's about to have a major shift. So more people than ever are actually craving transformational experiences. So if your work that you're doing doesn't provide a transformation, if it's fluffy or, vague, it's going to be a lot harder for you to sell. It's going to be a lot harder for you to position yourself as the go-to person. So if you're providing deep transformation, and obviously delivery can be very different depending, that is going to set you apart from a lot of people out there, and it's going to give you an easy way to start to build your business much more quickly. So just make sure that, not just your services, but the content you put out there. Make sure that there is a transformation people are getting. Make sure that, as many of you guys know, I'm psychic and I do a lot of spiritual work too. But even if you're not into that much, you have to understand that everything is energy. So people are always feeling the energy behind things. So when you're going out to, do a training, oh, thank you, Camilla, or if you are, putting something out there, really take the time to be intentional, to set the intention that a transformation will occur for the people who are going to be there. There's a lot of intent and energy that you can put behind everything you do, so that it has way bigger impact. Yeah, everything is literally energy. They have proven that. So, really be intentional with that. A lot of times I think it's easy to get pulled into just your everyday, existence, and you don't take the time to do that inner work, to set the intentions, to be super clear about what you want and what you want your people to receive from you. So that's the first one. So, really providing transformation. The second one is, so because there's, so much information that people are getting on a regular basis, you do need to be able to show your real personality. And there's no right or wrong way to do that, right? Everyone has a different personality. And what I've seen though is a lot of times that I've, connected with people and they're really funny, or they're really cool, or, they're just completely different than what they're showing up online. So it's important that, and sometimes this takes practice, right? I know for myself that I'm definitely an introvert, but when I had never done any videos. When I actually brought my business online, I'd never been on video, and I was super uncomfortable. And all it took was some practice. I really do enjoy, trainings, videos, things like that. So for you, it might be that you're just not able to show your personality yet because you're not, 100% comfortable, or maybe it is that you haven't done enough of it. So just, if it's in your post, with your writing, you just need to find your voice, right? So it's just spending that time to really start to show your unique voice, whether it's through, video or written or audio. It doesn't actually matter. It's all the same, right? So that's going to be really important to tap into your unique voice. The other thing that can help too is if you're following a million people, sometimes you may end up like, you know, I got my lipstick on, but you may be actually unintentionally picking up more of someone else's voice. So you know, for myself, I would say you can have your coaches, you can have a few people that you follow, but try to keep your, you know, your focus on your own stuff. You know, like try to keep your focus on yourself, and also go within. Really ask, you know, what you're meant to be sharing. Find what is within you that you and only you can really share in your way. And also, I want to say something too, because it's easy to get stuck on that one. There really is nothing new under the sun. We each just have our own way of bringing information forth. So don't try to be so original that you feel like everything has just been said before. As long as you're bringing your own unique way of presenting information, it's going to have impact. It's going to work. Hey guys, hey Gwen. All right, so the next one, number 3. So this is 3 out of 12. You need to be able to get your message and information out in a way that actually connects. You need to be able to teach. So if that's something, you know, that you really have not been able to bring into your work yet, then that's definitely something that's holding you back from making the income and having the impact that you desire. So everyone has different ways of actually sharing information. Some people are better at writing, some people are better at video, some people are good at, you know, doing a combination of it, which is ideal because then you're hitting more points. But you need to be able to share your message and bring the information out in a way that people understand it and that they get what you're about and then they get how you could serve them. So make sure it's not too boring. You know, you don't want it to be too boring, and make sure it's connecting with them. And really the way you can figure that out is, are people responding? Are they just, you know, falling asleep? I guess you can't see on a live stream, but you know, you can ask people, hey, how did that resonate for you? And you can see if people continue to follow you. Those are ways to get feedback. And it's not about being inauthentic or anything if you're shifting that. It's just to remember that you have to keep people engaged. You have to, you know, keep the information concise enough, and you have to present it in a way that people understand. So you need to be doing that. That's going to be something to hit 250K or more as a coach, you know, healer or service provider this year. You need to be able to get information out in a way that is unique and that, you know, really connects with people. And you actually, here's the other thing too, and this is the number one issue I see for anyone who's probably under 10,000 for sure, and definitely if you're under 5,000 a month, this is a problem that you're experiencing, especially if you're taking action, is a lot of times you're not really positioned in a way that you're solving a problem that people pay larger amounts of money to have solved. So having a clear focus, I mean, for lack of a better word, it is kind of a niche, and the more well-known you get, the broader your niche can kind of become. If you look at someone like Tony Robbins, he originally, you know, was positioned, you know, coaching, I think, you know, executives and things like that. And eventually he became, you know, for the masses, right? So, but before you can get to that space where you can really have a mass impact, you kind of have to commit to solving a particular problem, because that's how people can find you and hire you. So, you know, maybe your problem that you solve is helping people lose weight, or maybe it is, you know, healing chronic illnesses. It really, there's so many different problems that people will invest in solving. But a lot of people, especially, you know, those of you who are not yet making 6 figures, I actually did this kind of like a survey around it to see how many, you know, I wanted to see how clear the niches were for those who are under 10K a month. And it was about 97% did not have a real clear focus. So if you are under 10K a month right now, that is one place to start, to really get clear on, you know, what is your zone of genius? What problems can you solve for people? And then start solving them. Okay, so the next one is number 5. And this is obviously pretty much goes without saying, but it's still important, I felt, to share today. But you need to get great results and to share the results that you do get for your clients, which is obviously easier if number 4 is in place. But you need to be able to share the results that you get for your clients with others, so that they can know and they can, you know, pretty much see, okay, so if my life is like this and I work with you, what's my life like at the end? So it's something that you really want to have, you know, in place. You know, for myself, I'm a psychic business coach. You know, I work with entrepreneurs. Many of my clients come in, you know, stuck around, you know, the 5 to 8K a month space. And many of them have 5 times or more their income within a 6-month period or less, while making incredible shifts in the rest of their lives and actually enjoying their life and having more free time. So it's kind of like, you need to decide what the pain point is, and then they need to be able to see the vision. And a lot of times your clients' testimonials can start to actually bring that vision out. So that's number 5. Number 6, this is one that, every one of us has at different times probably lost a little bit of passion or felt a little stuck. But in order to really be magnetic to people and magnetic to your ideal clients and those you're meant to serve, you need to have passion. You need to be able to show your passion. You need to be able to feel your passion yourself so that others can feel it from you. So, it's really about just getting out there and, when you're in your purpose, you will be passionate about it. So you have to figure out, is there something out of alignment? Am I out, of alignment with my purpose right now? Or why am I not as passionate as I could be? And then get back to the space where you are, really showing up with that passion, really in love with what you're doing, because it's contagious and magnetic, and that's what draws people to you. Okay, so number 7 is that you need to be willing to adapt and change. This is maybe even one of the biggest ones, because things that are, working now for business building in 20 years may be completely irrelevant. Things that were working 20 years ago, could be completely irrelevant. And you have to be willing to stay on top of trends. You have to be able to adapt, to adjust. And, like for example, in 2015, 2016, Facebook groups were still fairly new. You could post in other people's Facebook groups, get tons of clients. That really isn't working that much anymore. A lot of things, Facebook groups are not brand new. The algorithms are different. Whatever it is, you can still have success having your own group. It's still a great place to put your clients and to connect with people. But, just not having your own and going to other people's spaces is not, the very best strategy that I've seen to build a business in 2019. So, it's just really knowing that when something doesn't work anymore and it's not, like say Periscope is not very popular, right? But that was working for a little while. I'm sure there's still a couple people that can make anything work still, but as a whole, you have to be able to adjust. And especially in the, social media age, we want to be on platforms where we can actually connect with people who are on those platforms. And, that's actually, I'm going to say that I'm going to bring myself to number 8, because you have to be willing to grow and expand. And that kind of ties into 7, right? So you may have areas that are weaknesses for you or not a strong skill set, such as, something with, creating video content or writing, whatever it is. You need to be open and willing to obviously capitalize on the things that are your strengths already, but to, master to some level other areas that would give you higher amounts of reach and success in your business. So that's really important too. All right, so the next one is 9, and 9 is you're going to, here's the thing, everyone is really craving connection in this world, right? So connection is really, really important. You have to be able to connect with people and to connect with their heart in order to sell to them. And if you're in that space where you just don't really feel the connection when you're coming out or when you're bringing content, really put yourself in the energy of these people that you're talking to and who even if there's nobody on, right? There's only a few of you, a lot of you will be watching the replay, but, I set the intention that the right people, and those who are right for this message are going to be able to experience it. And that gets me really excited. So for you too, it's really just, connecting with people and reaching out and over delivering to the clients you do have. Those are all really important things. You need to have the right services and products. So that's another thing too. You need to have the type of services and products that best address your strengths in delivering them and in getting results. And, that people understand, what it means and, how they can show up. So, if you get too creative on it where you're trying to have sessions in Morse code or something, obviously that's not going to work. But, if groups are really your thing and live events are, then those might be the containers for which you're holding the space for the transformation you provide. And a lot of times you want to go internally and go into meditation and really feel into what is most aligned for me to be providing that, my people need. Instead of just, a lot of times it might be just a copy of things that have worked before or what other people are doing. That's definitely something that can hold you back from the unlimited success, that you desire. Okay, so now this one's number 11. You need to be able to find your own unique selling point. So you need to figure out what it is about you that makes you really special and unique and that, would pull someone in. So for myself, I really feel, that with my my partner, Sherry Hemstreet, we were the first, psychic business coaches, I believe, that, ever were out there, and definitely the first to hit multiple 6 and then 7 figures and to get our clients amazing results. So my psychic gifts, in my opinion, are one of the things that makes me really special, I'm able to get a lot more information. I'm also an energy healer. So my clients can get really magnified results, and I'm able to address blocks that they may not know they have because I can see those things. So you need to tap into what makes you special and then bring that out into your marketing. So it's really just, and it took me a while to like figure out, hey, what is it? I mean, I definitely wasn't used to, when you have an in-person business, you're not used to having to market in that way and really talk about those things. But when social media and your voice and everything is what's selling you, it's very, very important that you're able to communicate why choose you. And also the other thing too is you need to also know who you're not for. So when you are able to take a stand and really talk about what your message is, what your gifts are, how you show up, those who are not attracted to that or who are not meant for you, they'll just go away. So it's, really it's when you try to water things down or your message isn't strong enough or you're not really saying, the things you truly believe, you may not be offending anyone, but you're also not calling in the right people. So that's another one. I'll add that in. You also need to be able to be bold enough to speak your true message and be willing to have whatever happens because you know that this is the transformation and this is what you're meant to say and provide in the world. Because some people may disagree. Honestly, if you have people who are hating you or having a reaction, it also means that you're having an impact because it's triggering them and something in them that they haven't healed. Okay, so the last one. So here's the things, and this is something that I've always felt. I don't believe there is a cookie cutter, one size fits all strategy, which is why, a lot of my clients have different things that they're doing that are creating success. There's no one way to success, and there's a lot of ways that you can be very successful. Some of them are tried and, proven. Obviously, you need to be marketing yourself. You still need to be showing up. People need to find a way to connect with you, right? But within that, the way that, really works best for you might be completely different than your biz bestie or, someone else that you're working with. You need to grow your business based on your strengths. And you want to combine those strengths with those strategies that, really still work. And as many aligned opportunities, like let's just say you're speaking, speaking is your strength. It's the one place where you're always able to, get a lot of clients or people are really engaged. Then you want to really open yourself up and take on as many speaking opportunities that, really are, aligned for what you do and where you've, vetted out the speakers and, or the, the host and everything too. But whether it's, live speaking or live streams or telesummits, all kinds of different things, podcasts, interviews, whatever, if that's your strength, you want to find opportunities for that. If you are an incredible writer and, you're really able to get your message out in writing, then you will want to, publish articles on publications that, get viewed a lot. Post, as much as possible. Guest post in places where, you'll get more exposure, and even write books so that you can get that message out there and have those words available. And, that goes for anything. This is really the space where if you're able to really just decide, what it is your strengths are, and then you're willing to grow and expand, because maybe that's the place too. So you have to look at, are you resisting the next step because you're scared? Because fear is something that every 7-figure entrepreneur has encountered at some point. And if you want to get to that space too, you're going to have to face some of your fears. You're going to have to learn new skills. You're going to have to become better at speaking. You're going to have to become better at writing possibly. So it's just being willing to learn, grow. If the day you stop, learning is, pretty much the end of your business too. And to stay open and, also find, the right coach. Find someone who can support you to go to your next level. Find someone who can help you move through your blocks, who can, help you stay, focused and inspired and moving forward. That's pretty much what my message was for today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to everyone soon. Put your comments out there. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as well. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.